honored to be here tonight. School of Rock is awesome. A crazy good program that like has kids actually playing songs they want to play, which I think is the most important thing. So when it all comes together and we can like incorporate our scene and they get to see a bit of what's going on and what lies ahead for them, I think it's huge. It's awesome.
I think we found a new bass player.
Yeah, basically.
Everyone was killing it. Everyone sounded really, really great on their parts. And Eric and I had a lot of fun doing this. It was wild hearing someone else play our music, to be honest.
I mean, as an outsider for the kids, like just kind of saying, okay, who's this band? And then what is this song? And then they start digging in and they're trying to pull what it is that you did on the recording and perform it live. Obviously two different worlds and two different things, so I thought it was really neat.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Had a good time.
It's so important for creativity in your adolescence and your childhood growing up to be a part of you. It really does shape your hobbies, it shapes your interests, the way you live your whole entire life. Having a really nice organic relationship to music and really being able to follow your own creativity and express yourself through a school like this is one in a million. It's amazing.
For us, it didn't happen until later in life because we didn't really have that outlet. Yeah. So it's really neat for them to have a place that they can go. And like we just played we all just played a show here at the West End Cultural Center. Like we didn't play here until we were like 22. Like this is awesome. Like we signed the wall tonight. Yeah. We played a show, killed it. We had fun, and they got to kind of experience what that was like. And we got to be along for the ride. So yeah, it was School of Rock is a great place, and yeah, it's a neat thing, and we hope that it keeps going just as strong as it has been.
When I came in here and saw these kids playing, I watched them at the Pyramid for that other show, and my mind was blown. But seeing them do our show upstairs here, the fact that they have an outlet to come to and be taught the basics, and then they're given pressure to perform. They have no choice, they have to perform, so they got to go home and practice. It's not, there's an incentive, plus they're given back, and it's cool. It's really cool. I like this is really cool. I'm digging it.
I think when we first got there, like we kind of expected to have a little bit of like one-on-one or like do a little bit more, but like we showed up and like they learned the song, they already nailed it first try, and they're asking us like, what can we do, any like tips that you can tell us, and there's literally nothing we could have passed on to them. Like they just nailed it. That kind of caught all of us off guard. We weren't really sure what to expect. To walk into a room of like prepared musicians, who know exactly what they're about to do. It was it was nice to see. They were more professional than we are sometimes. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
It was really neat to hear what their interpretation is of that song, and how they feel it and play it, and that was kind of cool. The first time we ran through it, I was like, I don't really know what to expect, and then after we did it, I was like, that was really, really cool.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Got a song out of it. At least you got a song out of it.
It's always great to come into a rehearsal with musicians that are ready to rock and ready to go, and they've practiced and they're stoked about the music and they kill it right off the bat, and that's exactly what happened. We had a blast. We even worked out some harmonies, and it's just yay.
Oh, they're such talented. I didn't know what to expect, to be totally honest. I had no idea what to expect, and I thought that we'd be guiding them a little more than we were, but the first run through it cooked. Like we just had a great time immediately.
Every start and stop was there. As a guitar player, hearing those solos, just like they were on fire. That was unbelievable. Like I'm blown away. It's nuts. It's insane.
Can't wait for the show.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's really neat to have a mentor to be able to kind of help you pave your road in what it is that you want to do, whether it be singing, whether it be playing guitar, bass, drums, percussion, keyboards. And if there's other technical stuff that you want to learn how to do, I mean, a lot of guys who've been around the block have a lot of experience doing those things, and it's really cool to be able to pass that on.
It's like a breeding ground for new bands that are going to be coming out in the city, and it's great to mix them up with the old geezers like ourselves. And it's just fun to like meet new musicians in the city, and like if we can tell them anything about our experiences that might help them. I just think it's a great combination.
We think it's such a great idea because we look back on our our development as musicians in Winnipeg and like the kind of advantages we might have had, or like how our things would have, our timelines would have played out differently if we would have had this kind of opportunity. And for us, it's just like it's a really nice opportunity to like pass down a little bit of that knowledge that we've gained throughout the years, and it's really nice to see like people with so much talent. Like everybody tonight was amazing.
You know, when you're younger and you're starting to learn an instrument, I think sometimes it's hard to find like-minded people your same age, and this is kind of connecting a lot of people together from other parts of the city, and it's just forging these kind of musical relationships that maybe we didn't have that chance. I was lucky because my brothers, we all played together, but if I didn't have them, I would have been, just noodling on my own in my bedroom probably.
For me, learning the guitar coming up, it kept me out of trouble. It kept me focused and disciplined, and it's so cool to see these kids have an outlet here at the School of Rock to stay focused and disciplined with being able to play shows and go out there and get experience and learn what it's like to maybe not be able to hear yourself, or like learn what it's like to start and stop and just experience that live thing. Like, what do you do if a string breaks live on stage? Like, it's so cool that they get to learn that stuff here on top of like the music lesson and actually learning how to play.
When I think about the School of Rock, I think about how much I would have loved it or benefited from it if I were a kid, if it existed.
I think it's great for these kids to see sort of the practical side of being in a band, and like seeing, how everyone's interacting and how rehearsals are run when you're, outside of sort of a classroom type setting, and just kind of, getting a little more insight into how you would be writing and arranging and doing stuff like that on your own, right? I think that's really valuable for these kids.
There's probably huge collections of like 15 guitar players and 2 drummers at every school across the city. So a school like this actually brings people together from all different corners, and you can actually start forming projects. You'll have the appropriate instrumentation.
When we were growing up, it was kind of, you were in school, you could maybe take guitar lessons or something like that, but otherwise it was kind of like
I took
guitar.
Royal Conservatory and I got pulled out. I just didn't like it.
These kids are getting in on the ground level, and they understand what it takes to make a band and to put a show together and all that stuff. So now these kids in 5-10 years are gonna know what it takes and how hard it is, and they're gonna appreciate all that, and I think they're gonna do the same in the future.
This is a good place to come. I wish I had this as a kid. I never had this.
Oh, absolutely.
God.
It's, we had cassette players and rewind and stuff. We were aging ourselves.
I think it just speaks really highly of the instructors at School of Rock. Unbelievably awesome musicians, a lot who have spent time in our scene and actually seen the things that we've seen. So them coming in and knowing the songs is just like, okay, cool, we're in good hands. I think our scene's in good hands for some time to come.
Like the very first time Mike asked me to be a guest instructor, I jumped at the opportunity because I was like, this is just the coolest thing.
If this was around when we were kids, like, we absolutely would have been here. Like, this place is a blast.
Thank you so much, you guys. That was a good night. Give it up for all these guys.